right, let's take a look at this problem. Write and solve a compare problem that can be solved by calculating 3/4 minus 2/3. Shelley has 3/4 of the credits needed for the MS degree. Tort has 2/3 of the credits needed less than Shelley. How much of the credit needed for the degree does Tort have? If we draw ourselves a math picture, we know that Shelley's amount is 3/4 and Tort's amount is some amount plus the 2/3 to form Shelley's amount. The equation is then the large box minus the oval will give us the small box, or 3/4 minus 2/3 equals the missing quantity. In order to solve this, I considered what a whole must look like and then how I could possibly visualize what a fourth and a third would look like. Considering that, I drew one whole using the least common denominator between 1/4 and 1/3. So because there's a 4 in the denominator and because there's a 3 in the denominator, then 1/12 would be the correct unit to get to a properly sized whole. So I began with visualizing what it means to be fourths and what it means to be thirds, and I shaded accordingly. So that in my first image, I have 3/4 of the whole shaded. And in my second image, I have 2/3 of the whole shaded. 3/4 of the whole is 9/12, and 2/3 of the whole is 8/12. And if I take away a box for each of the blue boxes, then I am left with one pink box, which I then represented as an answer. The answer then is that Tort has 1/12 of the credits needed for the MS degree because there's one shaded box remaining out of the 12 boxes that form a whole. If we wanted to compare this with the standard algorithm, we would write 3/4 minus 2/3. We would then form a common denominator and simplify our numerators, giving ourselves the same answer as 1/12. And often you're asked how to compare the two standard algorithm with a math drawing. And you can see here we have taken the 3/4 in a visual and in a number. We have also transformed that number into 9/12 numerically and visually. Same with B. So our 8/12 began as 2/3 and then became 8/12 in our standard algorithm as well as in our math drawing. So we had a couple of math drawings, one to help us form the question and the other to help us solve the question. But remember, after you solve the question, you always need to form a complete sentence in the context of your problem.